Let me ask you this. If someone offered you money for your startup, but in exchange, you'd have to give away a part of your business forever, would you take it? This is the trade-off many entrepreneurs face. While equity funding can fuel fast growth, it also means sharing ownership and control. But what if there's a way to raise capital without giving up any ownership at all? That's where non-dilutive funding comes in. Today, we'll explore what it is, the different types available, and how you'll know if it's the right choice for your startup. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to define non-dilutive funding and its implications for startup financing. Discuss the various types of non-dilutive funding options. Understand how to identify if non-dilutive funding is the right choice for your startup. 1. What is non-dilutive funding? Non-dilutive funding is any kind of financing that allows you to raise capital without giving up equity or ownership in your startup. Unlike equity financing, where investors get shares of your business, non-dilutive funding lets you keep full control. This means you don't have to sacrifice future profits or decision-making power. Examples include loans, grants, tax credits, licensing agreements, or venture debt. The key idea is you raise money, but you don't dilute your ownership. 2 types of non-dilutive funding. There are several forms you can explore. Debt financing includes loans and venture debt. You borrow money and pay it back, usually with interest. Grants and tax credits. Free money. These don't need to be repaid, but they're often competitive and come with specific requirements. Licensing agreements. You grant rights to use your intellectual property or product and receive payments in return. Royalty financing. Investors give you money up front, and you repay them through a percentage of your future revenue. Each option comes with its own balance of risks and benefits. 3. Is non-dilutive funding right for you? Not every startup is suited for this path. Here's how to evaluate. Financial health evaluation. If your cash flow is unstable, grants or debt financing may provide stability. Business context. In fast-growth industries, equity investors may push for scale. But if you value independence, non-dilutive options may be better. Future growth plans. Rapid expansion might require equity investment. But steady, sustainable growth can fit well with non-dilutive funding. Return on equity ROE. If your ROE is low, giving away equity might undervalue your company. Non-dilutive funding can help preserve long-term gains. 4. Timing and business stage. Early-stage startups often find grants attractive because they provide support without giving up equity. More mature startups with consistent revenue may be better positioned to take on venture debt or royalty financing. The key is aligning the type of funding with your company's current stage and long-term vision. 5. Consultation with experts. Funding decisions are never one-size-fits-all. Financial advisors and consultants can help you evaluate the best type of non-dilutive funding. Guide you through application and negotiation. Identify pitfalls and provide risk management strategies. Sometimes an outside perspective makes all the difference. Filipino example. Here in the Philippines, some tech startups have successfully used government-backed grants and incentives from agencies like DOST, Department of Science and Technology, and DTI, Department of Trade and Industry. For example, agritech startups developing smart farming solutions have received grant funding from DOST to help build prototypes and pilot programs. This allowed them to grow without giving away ownership, while still testing and proving their business models. This shows that non-dilutive funding is not just a concept abroad, it's a real, accessible path for Filipino entrepreneurs too. Which appeals more to you? Raising money while keeping 100% ownership, or giving up shares for potentially faster growth? If you had to choose today, which non-dilutive funding, optional loan, grant, or licensing would fit your startup best? Do you value independence more, or would you be willing to share ownership for rapid scaling? Non-dilutive funding offers a powerful way for entrepreneurs to fuel growth without losing control. While it comes with its own challenges, like debt obligations or competitive grant applications, it allows founders to preserve ownership, independence, and long-term value. At the end of the day, the best funding path depends on your startup's financial health, growth goals, and vision for the future. So, when you think about your entrepreneurial journey, ask yourself, do I want to own a smaller slice of a bigger pie, or the whole pie as it grows steadily? That's the decision at the heart of non-dilutive funding.